Right guys, I'm just sorting out the skimmer box. I've put a piece of wood in there just to raise it up a little bit because I've cut too much out. The idea was to fill it out with expanding foam. We'll still do that, but I need a little base to put the skimmer box on. So let's just have a look and see how we're doing. Ideally, we want to be no higher than 3/4. So it all depends on our water level, how high we're going to have it. If we had it up here, it's no good. But if we've got like an inch below the top, that's just perfect. And if it goes a bit lower, that's not a big issue, because then we're at half. So essentially, all you have to do is figure out how high you want your skimmer box to be versus your water level, and then it's a matter of just getting it installed. So essentially I put a piece of wood there just to give it a bit extra level, and then I'm thinking we'll foam it in around the edges, and it does seem quite level as well. If we get our spirit level here, put it on there, it's quite level there, which is a good job. So it means we've done everything we could have done. I've checked the levels of the pond. It is absolutely level, both long ways and width ways, which is a plus. Not easy to do. So essentially what I want to do is we're going to treat the wood first of all, and then we will foam it in. So all we have to do is line it up, put it in the corner, make sure it fits like so, and then just glue it in place. That's all I'm doing. No more glue. This is Build fixer, but it should do the job of giving this pond some good insulation. It's just basic grab adhesive that should be friendly to foam. So we just want to make sure it's on there. Some of it might break, but that's okay, we don't care as long as it's in there. I just want to get this done before we lose some sunlight. Okay, next piece. Right guys, I'm just going to install the skimmer. So what I've done so far is we've so I've got my foam ready to start foaming in. Let's just start foaming in. Just want to foam in the gaps. Put a little bit on the top. Okay, so just a bit more. I think we've still got plenty in there. So put our skimmer on. Obviously some of this will start squishing out, but that's okay. Just want to make sure it's level. Not quite level that way though. Might need to let it firm up first. So what we need to do is let that firm up, because it is a little bit squidgy. Take some of that off there, don't need that there, put some of that there. As you can see, we need to wait for it to form a hard skin. So what we're actually waiting for, guys, is we're waiting for this foam to actually get harder, because I need it to support the skimmer box, guys, but it's not stiff enough for me to put on because it's basically sitting back and not being supported by the foam. So what we need to do is wait for the foam to get a tacky firmness to it, so it's not sticking to our hand. It's still a bit soft, as you can see, but it has formed a nice skin. So I reckon in a few more minutes it will be hard enough to manipulate. So we just need to wait a little bit longer, and then we can start pushing this in and putting the skimmer on, and then hopefully the foam will be stiff enough to support the skimmer box, and then we will be able to put this in properly and form around the edges and secure it in place. But until it actually forms a hard barrier, the foam that is, we can't put it in there yet. It's too soft, because if I push too much it sticks to my hands. So we just need it to get a bit harder, and then we'll be ready to put the skimmer box in properly. Right, we're able to manipulate the foam a bit more now. It's got harder, so hopefully we should be able to put the skimmer box on properly now. Hopefully. Let's see if we can do it. See if we've got it level. Is it level? Not quite. So there is a bit of play there, as you can see. However, it's starting to be able to support itself. So in a few more minutes I'll be able to put a bit more in the back and then have it supported a bit better. So you can just push this in here. We can always put some more in if we need to. As you can see, it's pushing in there nicely. And then we can put a bit more in down the edges and the sides, and that will give it a bit more support. Okay. Shake the can a bit, see if we can get that in. Make sure it's in quite level. We can always adjust it if we need to. It's not quite level going that way, but we can lift it up a little bit. We just want to get the foam in. Right, I know it looks a mess, but we just need to give it a bit of time to go off. As you can see, it's starting to expand a little bit. So as you can see, we've got that as level as we can. We've supported the back side of it, and we just need to give that a bit of time to set now, and then hopefully it'll be nice and secure, and then we can start pushing some of it in to make it a bit more secure. But as you can see, it's still a bit tacky, so we need to give it a bit longer before we can start manipulating the foam. I just want to give you a side view how it looks in terms of the foaming. So that's more or less how we formed it in around the back. This is how we formed it in on the top. On the top there. So we may do a bit more foaming down the side there, just to fill in that gap. But overall it's looking pretty good, I think. As you can probably agree. Looks alright, doesn't it? We just need that foam to go off now, and we'll be ready to have it finished soon.